you consider yourself a liberal nationalist in certain ways. So can there be a liberal nationalist? Is liberal and nationalist, I mean, are they mutually exclusive, or can you be one?
I believe that there are some tensions, some fundamental tensions between liberalism on one hand and nationalism on the other. And the main tension between those two isms is that liberalism focuses on the individual. Individualism is what liberalism is all about. Nationalism is all about groups. It's all about tribes. It's all about nations. It's the notion that I am born into a tribe called Americans, or a nation called Americans. You're born into a tribe or a nation called Serbians, right? So that tension between the individualism, which is at the heart of liberalism, and that groupism, the notion that you're a social animal, which is at the heart of liberalism, is in tension. So there's no question about that. But nevertheless, I do believe you can be a liberal national. Now, the problem with saying that I believe in nationalism, right, and I'm a liberal national, is that nationalism is a dirty word in many places around the world, especially in the United States of America. Nationalism is considered evil, right? The problem today in the world is that nationalism is rising up and causing all sorts of problems. Nationalism is bad. Well, there's no question that nationalism can be sometimes bad and lead to trouble. But the fact of the matter is, we live in a world where the most powerful political ideology on the planet is nationalism. And we are all nationals. We are all born into tribes. We are Americans, we are Serbs, we are French, we are Germans, we are Japanese, we are Indonesian. We're born into tribes. We're all nationals. And then the question is, can you be a liberal national? Well, as you all know, the United States is a fundamentally liberal country. It has been from the get-go. What that means is that all of those liberals in the United States are liberal nationals. It can't be any other way. You're not a national if you're an American. If you're an American, you're a nationalistic. That's what nationalism is all about. Right? We live in a world of nation states. And the best example I can give you to highlight this is Madeleine Albright, who I know is not a very popular figure here in Serbia for understandable reasons. But Madeleine Albright, in the context of the United States, is considered to be a card-carrying liberal. And she was one of the principal proponents of liberal hegemony, the foreign policy that the United States pursued since 1989, which I write about in the book. But one of Madeleine Albright's most famous statements was in the late 90s. She was asked, why is the United States intervening militarily all over the world? And this famous liberal said, it is because we are the indispensable nation. We stand taller, we see further. That's what Albright said. Now just think about the words. We are the indispensable nation. We are the indispensable nation. Nation is at the heart of nationalism. We stand taller and we see further. That's the chauvinism that comes with nationalism. Virtually every nation has that sense that they're special, that they're superior. The Americans certainly have that. We call it exceptionalism. You've surely heard of American exceptionalism. That's nationalism at its core. So here you have Madeleine Albright, who is a card-carrying liberal, demonstrating very clearly by her words that she's also a nationalist. And the point I would make is I am an American nationalist and I am a liberal nationalist. All of you are nationalists. I assume that some of you are liberal nationalists and some of you are not. But you can easily be Serbian and be a liberal nationalist, just like you could easily be American and American liberal nationalist.
Well, thank you very much for this very colorful and detailed explanation.